Guys, I was just chilling. I had some really nice and relaxing time here in Netherlands, but just as I'm chilling here, apparently some folks decided, you know what, let's get offended by memes on Facebook and let's give Indonesian meme posters a bad name because they got easily offended by things on the internet. And thus here I am, an Indonesian currently staying on the lands of my former colonialists, having to restore order to this chaos. The story is quite funny as shared by my local friends and is quickly spreading like wildfire. This Know Your Meme page sums up the hoopla pretty well, but I'm gonna give in my take on this entire thing too. There was a group dedicated on reporting offensive internet memes because they're offensive to them. The group is called Indonesian Reporting Commission, as if to state that what they're doing is representative of Indonesian netizens as a whole. Should have just named them Snowflake Reporting Commission. No one in the right mind would want to be associated by this group, which is why they're filled with people who are not in the right mind. The group targeted some meme groups to be banned or locked, one of which is a meme group called Crossovers Nobody Asked For, who apparently made some really offensive memes. How offensive are these memes? Good question. The page isn't banned now and you can visit them if you search them on Facebook, and they consist of really mild and innocuous memes that exist in pretty much every meme page ever. There is, however, a meme that I found in the comments of Clown Pepe emerging from Kaaba in Makkah, causing some private DMs between individuals and banning the post because, well, they're offended. Anyway, this mass reporting group has caused quite a lot of impact. They have successfully banned nonsense memes and crossovers nobody asked for. The word of the bannings got around and it caused some serious impact to other Indonesians. Some of the people who were affected seems to be freelancers who joined other groups for commissions but got kicked simply because they're Indonesians and the group doesn't want Indonesians to report something from their group simply because they're offended. This entire event caused some international netizens to think that Indonesian freelancers might get offended by certain memes and report them to Facebook so that they can get banned, which is why some of them are banning the Indonesians from the group before things got worse. This mass reporting group has successfully painted a bad picture amongst the creative and talented Indonesian freelancers. They painted them to be a bunch of easily offended moral guardians, ruining people's fun when they are not, and this is why being easily offended will not get you far in life, and other people being easily offended might potentially ruin your own life. So what happened to the mass reporting group? Well, a bunch of meme groups around Facebook ended up locking and privating their groups to prevent them from being banned, to the point where it actually got mainstream media attention. Vice covered this topic in the form of Facebook groups going secret in fear of the great zucking, which is basically going to one group and posting bad and offensive content to deliberately get them deleted. A lot of Facebook groups are getting closed and being put to secret because of the mass reporting done by the Indonesian Reporting Commission. And since zucking is a thing, the reportings could be a false flag, as a lot of these groups might fear external members joining in and posting porn or other offensive content to ban the groups deliberately. So the banning that happened towards crossovers nobody asked for, or nonsense meme, or any other groups reported by the Indonesian Reporting Commissions could be false flags too. Vice also got a couple of screenshots from the group itself, so here it is. Team report Facebook Indonesia. Here's a message that would guarantee to discourage anyone from joining in. Any member who doesn't report frequently will be kicked out of the group, so you are pretty much encouraged to constantly report any sorts of hate speech, something that apparently they have the right to define, and if you're too lazy to do it, then they're going to kick you out of the group. You know what's funny about this rule? The last social media group that I heard that punishes members for not being active in the group was from a freaking child porn ring that I talked about 2 years ago in another video. Wouldn't be surprised if any of these mass reporters have skeletons in their closets. Anyway, many meme posters, including Indonesian meme posters, are standing in solidarity against this dumb crusade because it's giving a really bad name for Indonesian netizens, meme posters, and internet freelancers who are looking for clients to work with and give food on a table. Thankfully, as I've shown earlier, the groups who are false flag have been restored and justice is served for the meme posters for once. Apparently, the group's leader is someone by the name of Muhammad Salim, who is mentioned by one of the critics as having a furry profile picture. And yes, by the way, there are furries here in Indonesia. I went to a local anime con and I met a couple of them there actually. There's an Indonesian group called Teman-Teman Bulu Burung, but it isn't exactly catchy in our language, so let's just call them the Feather Friends. I have no idea what Feather Friends' relationship with Salim, but apparently they know him, or they have contacts that know him. him. Initially, he claims that he's not really part of the reporting group and that his writings and the recent group's writings were quite different. But further friends found out more evidence that strongly hints on Salim lying about it. One of which is a reporting log with an account that points directly to him, which is a strong evidence to support the claim that he is the one issuing the mass bannings. And so in the end, through the further friends, Salim posted an apology just yesterday. The reasoning for all of the reports and the mass bannings is thanks to the post having offensive content with the topics of Sara or Suku Agama Ras dan Antargolongan, or to put it simply, hate speech towards religion, race, or ethnicity. He got offended and reported the memes to Facebook, which gives a bad name to other Indonesians and painting them as a bunch of snowflakes. And all of this happens just as I'm chilling in this beautiful country of my former colonialists. Of course, with me being an Indonesian YouTuber who love memes and free speech, I have my thoughts on this entire hoopla. When I see people reporting memes for arbitrary reasons, I think it deserves to be talked about, and I want to educate people, especially the snowflakes, and why doing this entire thing would only fuel more hatred and bigotry towards us. So here are my thoughts. First off, why are you still on Facebook? The site has more leaks than Luke Cage's hoodies. There are so many freaking news about Facebook going haywire, it's pretty much a regular thing for TechLink to report their screw-ups. One of the stupidest things that Facebook did was just casually asking new users for their email passwords like a freaking phishing scam. It was quite a while ago and I didn't do it since then, but it was such a colossally shameful thing for them to do that I'm still baffled in why anyone would stay on it. Second, even if I accept the fact that people are still posting memes on Facebook, or people are still on Facebook in general, why do you have to care about memes being posted on Facebook being offensive? It's like caring for a septic tank because your processed Thanksgiving turkey is heading to that direction and you don't want it to smell or something. It's just a bunch of memes and images on Facebook, a social media that not a lot of people that I know use that often, and if you're still using them, God help you. And finally, even if I accept the fact that people are still posting memes on Facebook, and people are still on Facebook in general, and people do care about memes on Facebook, why even bother reporting them? What's the point? There are millions of people posting memes every day, and your energy of being offended by those memes would be better utilized on more productive things in this failing society. If you have the energy to make an entire group of mass reporting random images on Facebook, and even monitoring your members so that they're constantly reporting people, you're about as valuable to society as a speck of dust. I am aware that there is an ongoing discussion about how memes are able to radicalize people, and in some ways that's true, but it's so utterly misunderstood that people don't really know how it's true. Memes are just a means of conveying certain messages in a humorous fashion. They can be offensive, but it's not the fault of the meme itself. It's the fault of the person for having those beliefs and why they have those beliefs in the first place. If you get an offensive and demeaning letter, you don't blame the paper for it. It's simply irresponsible to put the blame on the memes themselves, and the people who are doing this mass reporting aren't aware of the consequences of doing this entire thing. Thanks to you reporting these Facebook pages, you have successfully perpetuated the notion that Indonesians are a bunch of easily offended snowflakes who can't handle memes on the internet. And guess what? People are starting to have that perception. I'm aware that this might be a joke. I'm just putting this to highlight a point that some people might unironically believe this thanks to you people being idiots. I actually received a really nice and informative lecture about stereotyping back here in Leeuwarden, Netherlands, and it's quite interesting in how it happens yesterday at the time of writing and just as the entire drama unfolds. Unfortunately, people do not realize that memes are just the paper for the letter. You don't ban the papers for offending you. You examine the content, learn the message, and why people have those opinions. But instead of actually learning on why people have the opinions that Indonesians are easily offended and learning how to remove those preconceptions, you went on to ban the memes and the groups, and therefore conforming it to the stereotype, which gives a bad name for everyone around and justifying the hatred to us, some of which are possibly career-ending and life-threatening. Back to the group at hand, there were rumors that the apology was fake and that there are still some people who are mass reporting groups on Facebook. There were also rumors of people beating Salim slim, physically. Thankfully, that's fake as far as I know, and for the love of God, don't do that. There are also some rumors of Salim being doxxed, but apparently the addresses were fake and that the police officers couldn't find someone by the name of Salim in those addresses. I don't know how else to deal with these idiots other than talking about them here. You all know me, and while I can be rather sensitive at times, I don't resort to mass reporting or banning individuals or groups. I have better things to do in my life, and I think a lot of you do, and everyone else in Indonesia do. We'd rather spend these precious hours living on this earth by doing something creative, productive, educational, and beneficial for society instead of hunting for Facebook memes and banning the groups just to get international recognition. Or maybe that's the point of this entire banning. Maybe some sad and miserable NEET wanted to feel strong, powerful, and have people to talk about their crimes on social media. Maybe all of this was just for attention and to smear the names of innocent Indonesian netizens who are just on the internet having fun. I have no idea, but the drama is seemingly over as we speak. If there are any updates, I'll probably let you know, and hopefully it won't be as stupid. So to conclude this ridiculous drama, stop getting offended by innocuous memes, stop conforming the negative stereotype that other people have about us, and stop ruining people's lives thanks to your fragile sensibilities. There are many better things in life that you can do to be a productive member of society. For example, the new Sekiro mod looks great.